Welcome into Patriots Today, everybody. Glad you guys can join us for another mailbag where I answer all of your Patriots questions. This week, we're going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're at home for a little bit after having a back-to-back-to-back road game, then 2 games at home. But now we're back on the road in Tampa Bay against what I think is the hardest game of the regular season. By far. You're going up against 6-2 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Baker Mayfield and company. They are Super Bowl contenders. It's going to be a tough matchup, and I'm looking forward to it. -2.5. You see that line? Well, they think that, it's going to be a tough one for the Patriots, and they think the Bucs are going to win. But I think they can pull off the upset. And if you want the Patriots to win their 7th straight game, go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon right now. Let's show all of YouTube that the Patriots are here to play. Let's show that they're here to play. Go ahead right now, hit that thumbs up icon, and we can do this. We can definitely get this game going. I know that the Patriots are probably going to be without Ramondre Stevenson, but I like Terrell Jennings, and I also love Travion Henderson. Let's get into the questions. Randall Fields, shout out to you. This offseason, who would you rather us go after, Breece Hall or A.J. Brown? Well, Randall, I personally think that the Patriots don't really need a running back. I am a true believer that running backs are interchangeable. Besides last year, if you go up and look at some of the running backs that have won the Super Bowl, even with the Patriots, none of the running backs have ever really made or been like great running backs. Adrian Peterson's never won a Super Bowl. Derrick Henry's never won a Super Bowl. So I would be a guy that please go up and grab A.J. Brown. Get the wide receiver. Get your deep threat for Drake May. I think that is specifically some player that you need to go up and get. You need to get another weapon for him. I love what Kayshon Boutte has done for this team. But A.J. Brown is a lot better than Kayshon Boutte. Gets him reunited with Mike Vrabel. Gets him reunited with the team that he grew up with. Bring him home. Give me A.J. Brown. Mr. Swiss, shout out to you. Thanks for the super chat earlier in the live show. As of week 10, what do you have the Pats' floor and ceiling for the rest of the year? Let's see here. Well, I would say that the floor is just a playoff appearance. And you have the highest percentage to make the playoffs in the NFL right now, according to The Athletic. They have you about a 97% chance. So I think for sure, hey, it would just be a playoff appearance, but I don't want that. I'm not satisfied now. You're 7-2. You have an opportunity to win 12 games. I think the ceiling, honestly, is the Super Bowl. Right now, the NFL, in my opinion, is wide open. The Chiefs are 5-4. The Colts with Daniel Jones just lost, and they look like a normal team going up against the Steelers. What are we talking about here? The Patriots have a clear opportunity. You cannot just say, they have an easy schedule. Whatever this. Teams are going crazy in the NFL. Everybody loses. The Panthers just beat the Packers, who were considered one of the best teams. The Chargers struggle. Everybody struggles. This is wide open. I think the Patriots have the ceiling of making the Super Bowl. Winning it, I'm not going to go out and say that just yet, but they think they're a really, really good team. Nest Force, and this also goes into kind of being a really good team. Talking about the easy schedule. Well, guess what? I don't think it's a double-edged sword because the Chiefs have lost to the Jaguars. The Patriots or the 2 seed, they would go up against the Jags. And if not, then they would go up against the Chiefs. I think that Mike Vrabel is prepping this team completely to not overlook any single game. And when they go up against these so-called trap games, they still win. They don't struggle. They don't overlook teams. They don't play down to the competition. And once you get into the playoffs, any given Sunday or Saturday once they play it. And also, the easy teams that they're playing, you played the Browns. You blew them out. You played the Titans. You blew them out. You played the Saints. You completely dominated that game. You played the Panthers. The Panthers are over 500, and you beat the doors off of them. So I'm not going to say it's an easy schedule. Not going to say it's an easy schedule. 6'7's burner. 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch. Why did the Patriots do nothing at the NFL trade deadline? That is a very, very, very good question, 6'7's burner. And I was a little annoyed. I talked about it. And I was annoyed, disappointed, but I was like, I'm not going to overlook anything. I'm not going to be mad about it. But Mike Vrabel in his press conference on Wednesday said probably the funniest analogy comparing to trades. They were like, were you guys ever close to being a deal, close to getting a trade done? And he said this, well, deals are like being pregnant. You either made the deal, or you either are, or you aren't. Comparing like, hey, you either made the deal, or you didn't make a deal. I know that everybody worked hard. We made phone calls, and in the end, we decided that was what we were going to do. And when I see that, I think this is a full-on process for the Patriots. I think this is a real big process for the Patriots. I don't think that they're trying to become Super Bowl contenders in just year one. They are looking at the bigger picture. They are looking at down the road. And some people said in the comments yesterday that, well, Drake May's on his rookie contract track for another 3 years. So you have the opportunity 2 years down the line to be one of the dominant powerhouse football teams in the NFL. That's what they're looking at. If you can make the playoffs and make it to the Super Bowl in year one, score. But they're looking down the road. You don't want to go all in just like the Colts just did. But don't be shocked at the Patriots making a lot of moves in the offseason. They still have a bunch of cap space. They still have a bunch of draft picks. Go ahead, draft that edge rusher. Draft that wide receiver. It is the opportunity that you have. But I don't want the Patriots to just go all in right now. Because if you do, you throw away the future by getting away your draft picks, like trading away 2 of your first-round picks to go all in like they did with Daniel Jones. I just don't see it happen. I just don't see it. I look at the bigger picture right now, down the line, maybe have another dynasty brewing in between. If you still have confidence in the Patriots, even though they did not make a trade, because I still have all the confidence in the world. You're 7-2. You're on a 6-game winning streak. Of course that can happen. So go ahead, hit that thumbs up icon and like the video. Before we get into the more questions, I got to tell you about our sponsor of today's show, and that is Prize Picks. The hard-hitting football action is even better with Prize Picks. The weather might be changing, but the feeling of being right never gets old. So keep the season rolling on Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Prize Picks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you could cash in. Prize Picks is ahead of the flex play, which means you could still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You could double your money even if your picks don't hit. And I made a flex play with basketball and, of course, the game on Sunday. And if the pick wasn't right, well, I still could have got paid. But guess what? The pick's still right, baby. I got the more on R.J. Barrett, 19.5. He finished with 23. So now we're on Sunday. Give me the more on Drake May, 236.5 passing yards. Smack the more. Stephon Diggs, more than 54.5 receiving yards. Give me the more on that one. But you got to download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. All right, Matty go off ski. Oh, man, I do like the picture, though. If the playoffs started today, where would the Patriots be? That's a perfect question. And now where would the Patriots be? Well, the NFL playoff picture, a lot of teams are tied right now. They're extremely tied. And you got the Colts at number 1, you got the Patriots at number 2, and you got the Broncos at number 3. But if you see that, they're all 7-2, 7-2, 7-2. And then the 4 seed is 5-3, which is Steelers. And I'm still not worried about the Steelers. I think the Baltimore Ravens are honestly going to pass them at some point this season. 5 is the Buffalo Bills at 6-2. 6 is the almost called them San Diego. Los Angeles Chargers at 6-3. And 7 is the Jacksonville Jaguars. But if you see the Chiefs at 5-4, they're creeping up on the Jags. But the Jags do hold the tiebreaker. Personally, I'm never going to count out Patrick Mahomes. I'm never going to count out Andy Reid and that team because the Chiefs are always good. They made it to the Super Bowl. Ever since the Patriots went to the AFC Championship game 8 years in a row. And what happened right after that? The Chiefs have gone to the AFC Championship game every single year after that. I have to think that the Chiefs will make the playoffs. I have to think that it's going to happen, that they are going to make the playoffs somehow. They're going to get it together, win games. Well, the Patriots, I want them to be that number 1 seed. And with the Colts losing, you have the best opportunity possible to get that 1 seed, but you got to stay above the Buffalo Bills. And when you look at the schedule, They'll find a remaining schedule. You beat the Falcons. You play the Bucs this weekend. Then you have the Jets on Thursday night. They just sold their team. So you have the Jets, the Bengals, the Giants. If you lose to the Bucs, that could be 3 straight wins right there. Jets, Bengals, Giants, because they all suck. Then you have the bye week, the latest bye week possible. You play the Bills. I'm going to assume that's a loss. You split the division. The Ravens, if you want to put it as a loss, that's fine. Then the Jets and the Dolphins. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 wins and 3 losses. You're still 5-3. That puts you at 12-5. That would still put you ahead of the Buffalo Bills, in my opinion. But honestly, just win the AFC East. That's all you got to do. The Bills, they still have to play the Bucs. They still have to play the Philadelphia Eagles. Like, it is a possibility. Just win the AFC East. That's all I ask. Please do. John Bonsick. Could we see the Patriots bring in Lan Larison off IR next year, or will they cut him? That is a perfect question, John. And honestly, I think that they could bring him in. They really liked him. They saw him as kind of your Rex Burkhead type of hybrid running back, the guy that could catch passes. And we saw him score a touchdown off a broken foot in the preseason, but he immediately went on IR. It depends. If Terrell Jennings shows that he could be a part of this team, then he's going to be a part of this team. But if Lan Larison really comes back in the offseason and goes to OTAs, goes to training camp, and performs in the preseason, he's going to get on this roster and have that spot. And Terrell Jennings, he'll probably just go back to the practice squad. We'll get one more question in here. Pats fan, will the Patriots be aggressive in the draft for a player or be aggressive in the offseason? Yes. The Patriots got 2 6th-round picks for the pick swaps that they did with the 49ers and with the Pittsburgh Steelers, sending over Keon White and Kyle Duggar in those trades. They're loading up on the draft picks. They're not much draft picks, but they're definitely loading those up. And also, they have all the cap space in the world. Right now, you have $54 million in cap space. It goes up because you got rid of Kyle Duggar's contract, so you bring in that more money. You're going to have to pay Christian Gonzalez. And there's been some people talking about they don't think they should. I disagree. You pay him tomorrow if you could, but you have to wait until after this season. In the draft, I think they get an edge rusher, and I think they get a wide receiver. I think those are the two positions that they are focused in on, and I also think they're focused in on a guard. I truly believe that Jared Wilson should be playing center right now, but since the Patriots do not have a left guard because Cole Strange was that bad, they put Jared Wilson at left guard. I think once they get that left guard position, then they move Jared Wilson into the center spot because obviously I don't think Garrett Bradbury is their long-term future center of the New England Patriots. So I'm going to say both, Pats fans. I'm going to say both. Before I get on out of here, I got a question for y'all. We talked about the Patriots and just winning the AFC East and the remaining schedule. Go down in the comments right now. Let me know what the Patriots record will be. Make a prediction. I said I think it's going to be 12-5. But I also think that it could be 13-4. Go down in the comment section right now. Let me know. And also hit that sub button. We're going to be live on Sunday as the Patriots take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We'll be live at noon Eastern. I'm really mad this isn't in prime time, but we're still going to be live at noon. So go ahead, hit that sub button, join us. And as always, let's go